Welcome back, awesome action toy fans and subscribers. You may notice I'm in a different location today. I'm actually in a hotel room in Singapore. I've just picked up my Acid Rain World Last Line Defense Amphista ST88 Speeder Mark 1 S-2, and you can see it's all sealed up. So I'm going to open this and review it now. I'm sure a lot of you have got this already. I'm a bit late getting this one this time, but let me have a quick tear of the tape using my keys here and get this bad boy open and see what it's like. If I miss anything in the review, let me know in the comments, because obviously you all enjoy this line and I may not see everything straight away. So let's see. Oh, it's stiff there. Let me just get this one. There we go. Okay, and we have the usual, I'm not sure that is, go feel. That'd be the top of the speeder, and you can feel the weathering, not so much this time as compared to normal, but it's smaller than the other bigger ones. Let's pull this out. The mailing box there. So the normal grey artwork we expect from Acid Rain looks really nice with the Amphista, the pilot, and you see an H.A.C.K.S trooper in the background. Nothing new or unusual on there that I see. Okay, let's open this up. Now this hasn't been plagued with problems. I do know a couple of people who've had issues with the paint on the actual figures, so we'll see what it's like. Okay, so first we have, I think it's the instructions, yeah, and it shows the contents. Doesn't show how to transform, but most people know already on this, so that's quite nice. So we have the Amphista, the pilot, two different main guns for it. The minigun and like the big machine gun with a pistol, it's like a rotary shotgun. We have the backpack, and with the two ration cans, which you've seen previously on the Marine, which is really hard to find now. So let's have a look. Oh, is that new smell? So let's get out the accessories first. I can see the pistol, which is new, the shotgun, which looks awesome, the backpack looks great, and the ration cans there. Here we have the two main guns, and we have the attachments, so like the minigun and the machine gun. Oh, here is the figure. Oh, he does look really nice. No paint issues at first glance. We'll put him down and have a look in a second, but I do like him a lot. He could be one of my favourite Acid Rain figures so far. His joints seem a bit stiff in the shoulder. There we go. Shoulder, just got to move him a bit more first. Okay, good. And then the actual vehicle itself. Let's pop it out, put my plastic back in there. Let's get the accessories open. Where is the open part? Okay, the bottom here will, no, this side here will do. Ooh. Defeated by a plastic bag. There we go. Okay, and we'll get this open as well. This one's just taped. It's worth noting that the pilots can actually take these guns. These guns should come off. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. I say should do because they do in the actual AMM version, but I'll look at that in a bit later. Which way, forwards or backwards? Could be forwards, could be backwards. No, I've forgotten how. Never mind, look at that in a little while. Okay, let's look at the pilot first. Standard Acid Rain. I've got a figure, different paint job. He's got the different helmet we saw on the Laurel pilot, first on that. Vest is slightly different. It's got the smooth back and the ridges in the front. Paint scheme is different to match the Sand Troopers. There's no paint on this. I'm not sure if these are supposed to be painted or not. Let me look at that. Where did I put the card? There it is. Let's have a look. So according to this, they are not painted. Okay, that's no problem then. Articulation we know is going to be great, nice and high, well over 90 degrees on his arm. Let's put that a bit closer so you can see. The swivel was a bit stiff when I first took it out. It's okay. Legs are pretty good. Double knee joints. Always be careful the first time you bend the knee joints. Okay, they're okay. And the other leg, 1, 2, yeah, lovely. Ankles are fine, quite stiff, so it'll be easy to pose and easy to stand up. There we go, very nice. And this does open to reveal his face underneath, and the mask will come off as well, but don't want to get his head to pop off. There we go. Now these ones, the head is slightly smaller than the normal ones, just so that it can be accommodated inside the helmet there. Very, very nice looking figure. And it's G.I. Joe size, in case you've not seen Acid Rain stuff before. So that's 1/18 scale, 3.75 inches, approximately 10 centimeters. Okay, so we have 2 ration packs here, and it says on the bottom meal field ration, which you may not be able to see, and the bottom of this one is the same thing, and it also has an expiry date on there too. Okay, this pistol is new for Acid Rain. It's much smaller than the other pistols we've seen. The pistol that came with the original Argot's Trooper was like a big pistol, and also different to Jack's pistol from Buck's team. That's new plastic smell. Should be quite easy to fit in his hands. Acid Rain hands are quite rubbery, so they're really easy to put accessories, knives, swords, you know, guns in. It holds that really quite nicely. Making a bit more of a dynamic pose, I think. Not particularly practical pose, but you know, a bit more dynamic. There we go. I've dropped the gun now. Ugh. Okay, let's put that back in his hands. And the rubber hands I do like a lot, because it just makes it so easy to hold stuff. Okay, so a bit closer you can see. And really nice, even on this small pistol, they've still drilled the barrel holes, which you can just about see there, which is a nice detail, bit of added realism to the figure. That's really nice. I do like that a lot. And then the new weapon, which everyone's going to be happy about, is this sort of pump action, I'm guessing shotgun or grenade launcher or whatever, and that's got a nice barrel there for the ammunition, or drum I should say. Again, it's a drilled barrel. If you look at the back of the drum, you can see ammunition inside. So really nice details on something this small. And he'll be able to hold this quite easily because they've got great articulation in the arms. If you look at the bend I've got in his arm here, you'll see that it's over 90 degrees. That's with a single elbow joint, so it's pretty damn good for a single elbow joint. And here to come across and grab the other handle, and then a bit of, you know, moving around of the stuff, you can get a nice pose, nice grip on his gun here. Okay, straighten him up a little bit there. Okay, so very simple pose there. Let's get a bit more forwards. There we go. So he does hold that really quite well. Now the backpack does open. There's nothing inside, but I would suggest that you store the ration packs and maybe his pistol inside, so you don't actually lose him. Now this has got a little peg on the back here. You see that? Just about here. That's not so easy to put on. Now, because you've had experience from some of the previous releases with backpacks like this, the easiest way to put on is actually to take off the vest. Now, normally there's a clip on the vest. I can't see if he's got one on this one or not. If there's no clip, you can just pop off his head, hit his arms up normally, and you can better get it up, but I think, oh, he has got a clip here. So he has a clip on the back there, so it's quite easy to take off. Okay, this goes into the hole here, the bottom hole, so this goes into the middle hole. Now this is actually be quite a bit bigger than the actual hole there. So it's going to be quite tight to fit. Now what I've done previously is I've taken a screwdriver and just stretched that hole. Where did I put my keys? Somewhere here somewhere. I can take my keys now, maybe if I want to stretch that hole a little bit, I can do that. If I find an appropriate key, a bit too big, that one maybe. I'm not sure I've got a key that's suitable for this. Maybe this one. Let's have a look. Because that was me really hard to fit in. I mean, really difficult. But once it's in, it's in. And then once it's in, most people are like, yeah, don't take it off. Because it's hard to put back on again. Okay, that's stretched a little bit. It's quite rubbish. It does actually give, and it will go back to a smaller hole. We need to stretch it a little bit normally to make it easy to fit in first of all. Now that is not easy to put in still. You need to find someone with long nails to help you get this in place. And I'll just try this quickly now. I don't want to waste too much time on this because it can be consuming. Let's have a look. If you bend it backwards, you can get it to go over the edge, the lip. There we go. Now it's in and it's quite straight. I can put this back on. Hopefully it will stay in place. Okay, it's back on. Now I've got to try and clip the other one in, which is difficult because now I've just got this one in place. Oop. Yeah, so getting both to go in at the same time is not so easy. Right, I'll leave that unclipped for now. Let's put his rations in the back. His pistol I will put in the back for now, I think, just so I don't lose it. And then I'll close the backpack. It's quite easy to close. It's got two little pegs that go to two little holes in the back. So when they're in, it's nice and shut. There we go. Okay, let's pop his neck back on and his head. Okay, so now he's got his backpack on. Just got to straighten that out a little bit. Quite easy. And that will stay on quite nicely now until I force it off. Okay, and his helmet back on. Okay, so it's nice and easy to do. And he really does look the part with his backpack on as well. And you may have to repose slightly because the balance would change with the backpack and the extra weight he has on there. Now, the thing with the backpack is, if he's wearing it, fantastic, but when he's inside the actual vehicle, he can't wear it, it gets in the way. But what Ori Toy have done, what Ketlau Acid Rain have done, is they've put a little hole just here where this can fit into, which is a really nice touch. Now you see how tight it's in there. If I pull, that was quite tight in, okay? Now, this easier to attach it to this one than the back because this is solid, it doesn't sort of have that flexibility. So pushing it is easier. However, this will give more, so there's a bit of an issue there as well. But let me see if I can get this on straight away. I said the easier telling a lie, it's actually more difficult to get this one on. I think with this one you may have to take out the stuff first, put your finger in so it doesn't give, then you can push via your finger joint, by your nail maybe, and twist. Okay, and that should be in there. Okay, now it's in. Okay, then you can pop the stuff in the back afterwards, keep it safe and secure so you don't actually lose your precious accessories, and then you can close the back. Okay, what some people do, if they have two of these, they'll keep one backpack on one trooper and the other backpack they'll keep on the speeder, so you have the options available. Now, fitting the guy in is not the easiest of things on the speeder, but when he's in, and he does look the part. The guns, first of all, very easy. They slot into these holes you have on the sides here. So if I slot the first one in, okay, it's in, it can just come up and then it can turn over. Now it's in place. And the second will slot in the same way. and they've got a good articulation on these. They can go upwards and downwards, left and right, so it's really quite nice. As I said before, the guns do come off, and I've forgotten how they come off. I've not done this in so long. I think they go backwards or forwards, I can't remember. The barrel comes off on the minigun, just so you know, and there we go. Slots out forwards. Push from the back. They might be stiff the first time, and it'll slot out. This one's a bit stiffer, so I won't do that now. And it also has a little lip here. Okay, so put the backpack straight. So this is a nice looking vehicle, and you've got the powerful machine gun and the minigun there, so it's quite powerful for hitting stuff. Putting the guy in again is the hard part. I'll give this a quick bash. It'll be quite a long review. Sorry guys. Let's have a look. He's got foot plates at the back, just here and here. Can you see those? There we go. Here and here, which his feet need to go against, so he's going to be in a quite awkward position. Like Tron. Think of a bike in Tron. He's going to be almost like this. Almost like that sort of position there. So let's have a look. Is this going to need much refining? Okay, this one's not far back enough. Let's have a look there. So the ideal way I found is to get his feet in first. Now with the weapons in, is a bit more of a struggle because they do add an extra point for him to squeeze his body past. Okay, so I'm almost there now. That's one. Squeeze past. There is two. Let's try and get his hands in. Now again, this has got the same build as the Stinger, the MM Stinger exclusive speeder, with this part at the front. It's different to the actual Marine Speeder. The Marine Speeder has a little gun underneath. These ones are more powerful, obviously, because you've got the big guns on top. And when I was speaking to Kit Lau, I think a year ago, he said it made no sense to have the Sand Speeder with the gun underneath, because this get jammed the sand all the time. So he decided to put the guns on top. Trying to get his hand in there. Okay, and this is, oh, he is so far out of place. You can see how far out of place he is, because this is nowhere near going to close. So I need to get him maybe to sit even further backwards. Still, okay, and then come forwards. So it does take a bit of doing to get them into the proper place. Let's have a look. Okay, he's in. One of his hands is off the handles. Just put that up a little bit. So difficult, but worth it. Okay, hands are pretty much on and he's in. Some people like to have him with his pistol or this hand to the side, leave it like that for now. So this is it in the speeder mode, very nice looking. The wheels do roll, but not particularly well on this version, but that does look the part. You can have his guns placed in two, the same way, different ways. How he's going to use those for targeting, I've no idea. Okay, now let's look at the actual mech mode. So it comes off at the back, the wheels, or rather the part of the wheels on, they come down. It will then come up from here and roll it down to the chicken leg, like a speeder in Star Wars. and the back part folds down just to give a bit more support and rigidity, and then you need to bend the legs to find the right balance point for your figure. These legs come off the rabbits come off the place. There we go. Okay, now in the mech mode, he's in the walker mode. So now he's got a far better line of fire. He can see further. He can target his guns further away. This is a really nice figure, and I'm really digging this new shotgun stroke grenade launcher. It looks like a shotgun, so the barrel looks quite small, too small for a grenade launcher, but it looks really nice. Very nice, a great addition to the sand team, the 88th sand team, the Argots team. Webbing is nice again. There is some art on the side, but what that art is, I'm not quite sure. Maybe it's the same in the box, I don't know. Great looking figure again, well worth picking one up, or two if you can. When these are no longer available, their price will go up quite fast as new collectors come into Acid Rain World, so it is worth investing in at least one for yourself for the future and for your collection. It does look good. Even the G.I. Joe stuff, it's top notch. Or even, you know, more of the gun runners, this will match into that world quite well as well. Great looking piece. You can pose quite a lot because the legs can change, but obviously it's harder to balance if you've got the legs straighter. Whereas when they're bent and there's small little ratchets there, it will balance quite easily, quite well. And you can go in and out with the legs too, for some more dynamic posing. Especially if you've got things you can put his leg onto as well, like this. So it is a great posable piece as well, not just aesthetically nice, it's very practical for the posing too. Great looking figure, great looking mech. Highly recommended. And it looks well. You've got a sand stronghold in mech mode as well, and you've got a sand laurel when they come out as well. That look like a real nice army piece with your troopers as well. Great looking figure again, easy to pose, great mech, easy to pose and transform. Bit tough to get the guy into the actual position, but you can see he fits in there quite nicely, but it takes a little practice to get him in. And the only thing I would say is there's nowhere really to put this gun once he's in there. That won't fit in his backpack as well, I don't think. It's a bit bigger than the other stuff. So let me have a quick look on that. Yeah, it's too big to fit in anyway. So it'd have been nice if they had actually had something where you could place this, you know, even something on the back there. So you could rest it there if you wanted to, but it's not very secure. And that drops down, you don't want to lose it. Okay, this is Awesome Action Toys signing out. Please like and subscribe. If you want, you could share. I'll be back very soon with more toy reviews. Stay happy, keep collecting, and stay true to yourself. Okay, take care. Bye bye.